everyone, thank you very much for joining me on my mat. I hope you're all doing really well at home. You're still practicing, you're still breathing consciously. Today's practice is going to be a little bit longer in length. It's a yin yang, so starting off with our yang series, which is more active, and leading into our yin series where you can just let go, you can breathe a bit more deeply into the postures, and you can relax in them and see what comes up. The theme of today's practice is twists. So we're going to be adding lots of twists, paravita, into our practice. Twisting in yoga is obviously something lots of postures have, a twisted variation. Really good as benefits go for creating length in your spine. Obviously for massaging out, toning all of your middle section, for your digestive system, for your organs and all of those sort of middle section moves as well, but also just generally working out perhaps how you feel both the left and the right side of the body. And as we take these twists, it can also kind of just draw us back to center ourselves as well. So twisting out the tension today, wringing out any toxins from our body, but also drawing ourselves back through center. So we're going to start in our comfortable seat as always and just start to come into our breath, just to guide our headspace, our mental capacity into the right place. So dropping the palms to face upwards, you're welcome to come into Chi Mudra, bringing yourself together and your world, your inner world, a little bit closer to that outer world when we take our Chi Mudra. Closing down the eyes, bringing your chin very gently into your chest. Just taking a couple of breaths, perhaps sighing out of the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, sighing out of the mouth. And as you purse the lips together, perhaps taking your Ujjayi breath through the nose, that ocean victory breath. Starting to recognize and notice where your breath is coming from today, and also just taking a body scan exactly where you are. Lengthening through the spine with every breath, growing that little bit taller. Softening, finding your seat, grounding down with your next exhale. And as you take that body scan, just notice how the knees, the ankles, hips, perhaps your spine feels, the belly. If there's any stiffness, tension in your shoulders today, recognize exactly how you feel here on your mat. Within the body first. Notice that this time is totally yours on your mat today, that you know your body better than I do. So be mindful of your movements, be mindful of any injuries, any niggles that you have. Know that you're welcome to always find a child's pose, a restorative posture, your Shavasana as early as you like. Continue to work with your breath, and as you do so, just notice any chatter in the mind. And if possible, keep drawing yourself back to your breath. If you like to take any mantras, if you'd like to perhaps devote your practice to someone other than yourself, you're welcome to. Set your intention, your purpose, your devotion for your practice today. Perhaps remind yourself of that every time you take your inhalation and your exhalation. Hearing the sound of your breath at the back of your throat, resonating all the way into your mind, drawing yourself back to the sound of the breath within the body. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Just dropping chin to chest that little bit more as you continue to take your breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the nose. Perhaps just taking a little bit of movement already if you need to, lifting through the spine on the inhalation. Opening the chest, the shoulders just enough, and on the exhaling, just dropping yourself through. Notice also if you're happy just to find stillness and you need that at the start of your class. When you're ready on your next breath, just begin to turn the palms to face down. Really drop your chin into your chest from there. Gently move the head, the neck from side to side. Release any tension, let it go. Sway the head from side to side, yes and no if you'd like to. Begin to flutter your eyelids open, look down towards your feet. When you're ready, you're going to slide that one left hand over to meet your right. So on the inhale, you're going to rise up through that right arm, lifting, and on the exhale, sweeping that right arm all the way behind you, coming into that seated twist straight away. So feel your torso wrap around. Keep the head, the neck looking down, fingertips wrapping around you. On the inhale, sweep that right arm all the way up and over, rotating through the shoulder, dropping that right hand across the opposite side, sweeping that left arm all the way up, and exhaling, dropping those left fingertips behind you on your next stretch. Again, twisting round, drawing the belly all the way in, sitting lovely and tall, chin into chest, breathing in, breathing out, inhale, exhale. One more time either side, inhaling, lifting that left arm all the way up, crossing it over the body, dropping it onto the right knee. Inhaling, opening the right arm, exhaling, dropping that right arm behind you, coming back into that twist on the opposite side. Try to keep your knees pressing down, especially on that opposite leg. Gaze is over the back shoulder, and keep coming back into your breath. Inhaling, sitting tall, and on the exhale, moving yourself around. When you're ready, inhale, draw the right arm all the way up and over, big circle round, dropping the right arm across the opposite knee, lifting through the left arm on the inhalation, and on the exhale, draw that left fingertips all the way behind you. Head down as you gaze down towards your hip. Your glute muscles, continue to use that right hand to help that twist happen around your torso. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. When you're ready, draw both arms all the way up overhead. On the exhale, draw your hands all the way through to heart center. Anjali Mudra. Roll those shoulders back up and down. I'm just going to take another twist from there, sitting lovely and tall. So if you have that block, you can release that from underneath your sitting bones. Drop those legs straight out in front of you. Draw the right leg in. Inhale, sweeping that right hand behind you. Left arm comes up. On the exhale, dropping that hand in. It's quite a big stretch, so you can always take the hand just to the side and hold on to the knee. Or you can drop that hand all the way in. Gaze is right over right shoulder. Continue to flex the left foot. Sitting lovely and tall, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. On the inhale, both arms come up. On the exhale, sliding that left hand behind, right hand just into that counter pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Continue to flex the left foot. And when you're ready, draw yourself back through center, dropping that right foot down, draw the left foot over the right. On the inhale, sweeping that left hand behind, right arm comes back up. On the exhale, dropping that right arm all the way in and around the knee. Again, you're welcome to hold the knee or drop that arm in. Also, if you have that bind, you're always welcome to drop the arm through and take hold. Extend your practice that little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out. On the inhale, lift both arms all the way up. On the exhale, dropping right hand behind the left hand, left arm and elbow into that knee crease. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Draw yourself back through center. As you do, you're going to cross those ankles over, roll yourself all the way through, making your way into tabletop all fours posture. So we obviously place a lot of weight on our wrists during yoga, and that's not always very common in daily life. So we're going to warm them up a little bit more. So making sure that first finger's pointing forwards, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're just going to start to create circles round in one direction. Make sure those shoulders are going beyond the wrists, drawing the belly in. Breathing in, exhaling, and switching sides, so rounding through the other way. Notice any pops, any cracks that you have perhaps in the shoulders, in the wrists as you go. Drawing yourself back through center once you've taken 3 or 4. Turning your fingertips to face away from you, just to the side, thumbs facing forwards. Just move your weight from one side to the other. And again, depending of your range in your wrist, you can work through what feels good here. One hand, fingertips towards your knees. The opposite hand can go away, or if you have that range, you're welcome to take both at once. And switch. Fingertips facing towards the knees. Breathing in. Breathing out. And our last one, just dropping back of the hand down. Imagine wrapping your triceps towards you, and you can always rock yourself back in this posture as well, taking your bum towards your heels so you get a little bit more. The wrist extensors are a little bit harder to stretch, so there might be a little bit more sort of resistance in this stretch as well. Try to keep drawing your triceps round. When you're ready, release those hands all the way down. Drop yourself down and back into your full child's pose. Know that you can come back to this posture at any point. Rest, take your time. Taking the fingertips nice and wide to the very outer edges of your mat, and when you're ready, sliding that right hand over to your left and looking underneath. So coming straight into that twist. Continue with your breath. Of course, you're welcome to take the knees wide to draw them in. Sweeping the right hand over, the left hand comes to meet. Drop your forehead through and then gaze is right underneath that right shoulder. Keeping the toes uncurled in this posture today. Breathing in and breathing out. Releasing that left hand from there, you're going to slide yourself forwards just about a hand print. So almost like we're going to come into puppy pose, but we're not quite there. The right hand is going to release again, and we're going to slide that right hand underneath and walk those left fingertips away, dropping our head down onto the mat, coming into that twist, that extended version. Keep those left fingertips walking away, the right palm faces up, and use your breath as you take that twist. One more. Sliding that left hand back, lifting yourself all the way up, and sliding yourself back down into that child's pose. From there, walk those fingertips forwards just that little bit more. Releasing the left hand underneath, palm facing up, dropping yourself down, walking those right fingertips away from you, coming into that twist through the right side. Breathing in and breathing out. If you notice your breath is shortened in this posture, just lift yourself up a little bit more. You can always place your head on a pillow, on your block, bringing the earth a little bit closer. When you're ready, sliding that right hand back through, right up and the left. From there, placing your hands underneath the shoulders, just working through cat and cow. And in this cat and cow, work with your timings, with your breath. So the timings with your breath control your movement, inhaling and exhaling, rounding, pushing into those fingertips, tucking the tailbone. If you'd like to curl the toes, you're welcome to. Inhale. Take another 2 in your own timings. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. When you finally come back and you meet us in your cat stretch, begin to gaze right between your thighs. And on your next inhale, begin to lift the hips lovely and high, extending through the legs. Exhaling, drawing those heels down into your first down face dog. Now this is our first one, so you can tread the feet, play around with it. Pedal, lift a leg, move in and out. Continue to breathe and find that perfect down dog in your movement in your body today. So if you want to, on an inhale, come forwards, find your high plank, feet hip distance, hands right over the shoulders, and on the exhale, draw yourself all the way back up and down. Just resetting your alignment, your posture. You should be able to go from one to the next with ease, inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, gaze between the fingertips, begin to walk, step, jump, float your feet to the very top edge of your mat, drawing your big toes together, heels about 1 inch apart, soften through the knees, take your hands to the backs of the legs, draw yourself down into your forward fold. Tailbone nice and high. Now you can bend as much as possible, you can even take those feet a little bit wider, wrapping the hands around if that feels good, even taking the hands over the back if you need that little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Releasing the hands down, coming into Ardha, gazing pose, just find the length in the spine. On the exhale, draw yourself back down. When you're ready, rolling up through the vertebra, head, neck, shoulders last to rise, roll the shoulders back and down, and back and down. Palms facing forwards into our Tadasana, mountain pose, and just take a moment here to pause, to ground down, to find the four corners of your feet, to lift through the quadriceps, the front of both thighs. On your next inhale, lift the arms all the way up and overhead, Uttanasana. On the exhale, soften through your knees, dive forwards, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen and prepare. On the exhale, drop your right leg all the way behind you. Drop the back knee down and curl the toe. Inhale, lift, Anjaneyasana. On the exhale, release both hands down to the mat. You're welcome to slide yourself straight back, just with the knee. Coming onto all fours or finding your plank straight away. Chest and chin down to the mat. Inhale, lift, coming all the way through into your cobra, or staying low in your baby cobra as your first round. Take a little gaze round on the right side. Exhale, low. Inhale, lift, looking at the snake tail, left side. Exhale, low. Curl the toes under, lift yourself up, back and down into your child's pose. As soon as the forehead touches, begin to lift through the hips, the thighs, the tailbone, and lift yourself back into your down face dog. Holding for 2 breaths, inhale, exhale. Drawing the belly in, inhale, exhale. On your next inhale, looking between the space and the hands, begin to stride that left foot forwards. Drop the back knee down and curl the toe. Inhale, lift, Anjaneyasana, 1 breath. Exhale, draw both hands all the way down to the mat. Placing the hands down, curl the back toe under, step that right foot in to meet your left, taking your forward fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, lower yourself down. When you're ready, round up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, head, neck, shoulders last to rise, roll your shoulders back and down. Drawing the hands all the way back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, rise up through the upper body, the arms. Exhale, draw yourself down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen and prepare. Hands on your shins, a mat or a block. Exhale, lower. Stepping back with the left leg, long stride. Drop the back knee down, uncurl the toe. Making sure you've got space for your hips, and on the next inhale, rise, lift up and out, coming into Anjaneyasana. If you'd like to, you're welcome to take Kali Mudra and draw those arms as far back as you can, rolling the arms out, creating the space in the body, breathing in, Space in the chest, breathing out. Inhale. On the exhale, release both hands either side of the front foot. Sliding the back foot back again. If you want to take your plank, you're welcome to lift up. Or just drop that knee behind you. Again, knees, chest and chin down, elbows draw in. Releasing the feet, the toes. Lead with your nose, the crown of your head. Cobra, King Cobra. Exhale, lower. On the inhale, curl the toes under. Lift yourself all the way back down into child's pose, and then lift from there straight up into your down face dog. Holding for 2 breaths. Bend, tread, play, whatever you need to do in those legs. Inhaling. Exhale, keep wrapping those shoulders out. Breathing in. Breathing out. On the next inhale, look between the space in your hands. Stride that right foot through. Drop the back knee down and curl the toe. Inhale, lift. Anjaneyasana. On the exhale, drop both hands either side of the front foot. Curl the back toe under, step that left foot in to meet your right, taking your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen and prepare. Exhale, lower. Rolling up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, head, neck, shoulders, last to rise, roll them all the way back, up and down. Back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Took the tailbone under, drop the rib cage, shoulders away from the ears. Begin to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Breathing in, breathing out. On the inhale, draw the arms all the way up overhead. On the exhale, soften, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen and prepare, flat back. Exhale, draw yourself all the way down. Stepping all the way back with the right foot, drop the back knee down and curl the toe. Inhale, rise and lift. Anjaneyasana. Kali Mudra if you'd like to, again taking those arms, biceps all the way back beyond the ears. Inhale. On the exhale, begin to lower both hands. As you do so, release the right hand to the mat. Begin to draw that left elbow all the way up, coming into your twist. Keeping the back knee down, releasing that left arm behind you. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale, you can always take hold of the back foot if that's in your practice. Coming up onto the fingertips. Go with the outside or the inside of the foot, depending on what you usually go for. See if you can challenge yourself today. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Releasing the back foot down if you caught. If you didn't, you're all good where you are. On the next inhale, draw both arms all the way up. On the exhale, lift yourself up and out and draw your prayer all the way through to heart center. Inhale here. On the exhale, take that right elbow all the way across to the left knee. And again, hold here in your Anjali Twist. You're welcome to curl the back toe under and press away. Of course, you're welcome to take your bind if that's in your practice. You're welcome to lower the back foot down again. Keep pressing firmly through the back foot if you still have it up. Continue to breathe wherever you are. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now you're welcome to go straight back into your low lunge. Or if you're up nice and high, you can unravel. Lift yourself up and out, coming into your high lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On the exhale, lower both hands all the way down to the mat. From here, you're going to slide that left foot all the way back to meet your right, coming straight into your down dog. Gaze is right between the thighs, fingertips spreading lovely and wide, gripping the mat. You should be able to see your heels beyond your toes. On the inhale, lift up onto the toes. On the exhale, drop both heels to the right and bend those knees. Inhale, lift toes, almost coming forwards to a plank. Exhale, drop your heels to the left side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right side. Of course, you're welcome to stay in your high plank, or you're welcome to stay in your down dog. On the exhale, drop yourself back into that Adho Mukha Svanasana, down face dog. Hips lifting lovely and high, dropping the rib cage in, drawing the belly through. Breathing in, breathing out. On the inhale, lift the right leg all the way up. On the exhale, step the right foot right between your fingertips. Dropping the back knee down and curl the toe. Holding the left hand all the way onto the instep. Opening through the right hand side into that easy twist. Drawing the belly in. If you'd like to, you're welcome to take the hand behind you. Holding it there, coming up onto the fingertips, or using a block if that helps. Inhaling. Exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. If you have that bind, you can lift the back foot up, taking hold. But notice again, if you're wanting to push away or you're wanting to draw the foot in, work with what feels good today for you, but try and really make it intentional to do one or the other. If you want a more open side to your chest, you can keep the hand on the outside of the foot. On the next inhale, releasing that back foot down if you took the bind. Inhale, lifting the arms all the way back up. Anjali Mudra. On your next inhale, drawing the hands all the way through to heart center. Lifting yourself up and out of the stretch. On the exhale, wrapping that elbow all the way to the outside of the knee, and if you can, keeping your thumbs all the way at your sternum. Gazes over the back shoulder. If it's slightly easier, you can continue to look down over that front knee. If you have more in your practice today, you're welcome to curl the back toe under and press away. Try to keep finding that wrap, so you might need to adjust your arms as I did. Or you're welcome to take your full bind, opening through the side body, spreading those toes wide, lifting and pressing through that back leg so it stays lovely and active. Breathing in, breathing out. On your next inhale, releasing. If you're in your low lunge, you're welcome to stay there. Otherwise, begin to unwrap. Open those arms all the way up into your high lunge. Breathing in, breathing out. Shoulders away from the ears. Make sure that you're active and you're strong rather than just flexible in these poses. Releasing both hands down to the mat when you're ready. Sliding that right foot all the way back to meet your left. Waving your body all the way back into your down face dog. Again, just focus on your alignment. Making sure the feet are hip distance. Your heels are slightly turned out so you can't see them beyond your toes. Your gaze is between the thighs, perhaps at your belly, or just between the feet as well is all good. Continue to draw the rib cage in, the belly comes in as you breathe. Find your Ujjayi breath. You're welcome again to take those twists and to lift yourself through, or just continue to hold your down dog, hold your plank as you move from one to the other. Last rounds. Left side. And dropping yourself back. When you're ready, sliding your feet together at the back edge of your mat, lifting through the left leg, three-legged dog. On the exhale, stepping that left foot right between your fingertips. As you do so, walk the fingertips forward, step your right foot in to meet your left, and take your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen and prepare. Exhale, lower down. On the inhale, rise, swan dive the arms all the way up and round, tuck tailbone under. Exhale, draw your hands through to heart center. Back through to Tadasana. Moving on, and this time you're going to lift all the way through into your revolved twist, your revolved high lunge. Breathing in, and out. Inhaling, exhale. When you're ready, dropping that back left hand to the back thigh, opening into your reverse peaceful warrior. Again, you can always drop that back knee down, find your balance. On the inhale, lifting through that left arm, coming up into your high lunge. On the exhale, drop the back heel down, bend through the front knee, coming into your warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front thigh. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten the front thigh. Exhale, bend. Inhale, sweeping that right arm, come all the way back up into your high lunge. Exhale, drop the right hand all the way back down to the mat, open through the left side, come back through into your easy twist. Inhale, exhale. If you'd like any more from there, you're welcome to begin to roll around onto the outer edge of that left foot. Begin to turn the left foot out. Again, dropping onto the outer edge, dropping yourself down into that IT band stretch for the underneath of the right leg. The glute gets a stretch for the top of the left leg. You're welcome, of course, to keep that left foot down and just take that tiger twist. Inhale, exhale. Sweeping the left arm all the way back through, coming up onto the back toe. When you're ready, dropping that left hand down, sweeping the left leg all the way back to meet your right, coming into your down face dog. Now you have the option there, if you'd like to take your vinyasa, you're welcome to. Or you can continue to drop the feet to the side, bending through the knees on each side, or you just hold in your down dog, or you hold in your child's pose. If you're taking that vinyasa, wave the body forwards, leading with chest and heart. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhale is your Urdhva. Exhale is your Ardha Mukha. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath, wherever you are. Inhale, exhale. On the inhale, draw the left foot in towards the back edge of the mat, sweeping the right foot all the way up into the air, three-legged dog. On the exhale, step the right foot all the way through, replacing your right foot with your right thumb with your foot, dropping that left hand down and opening into your easy twist. Again, you can always drop that back left knee down, gaze is all the way up, press down through the feet, nice and strong. Inhale, exhale, start to lift up onto the fingertips. Your gaze can be down, or you can look behind you and begin to move the body all the way through into your revolved twist. Firm in the legs, breathing in, breathing out. Bend through that front knee, elevate through that left leg. On the inhale, begin to sweep the right arm all the way around, lift into your high lunge. I forgot the revolved twist, so we'll keep the right arm all the way down, lift through the left arm, hold there if you can. So your revolved peaceful warrior. Now on the inhale, begin to lift through into your high lunge first. On the exhale, drop that back heel down, open into your warrior two. Gaze is right over the middle fingertip. Inhale, straighten if you'd like to. Exhale, bend and get that little bit deeper. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. On the inhale, sweeping that left arm back through, come up onto the left big toe. And on the exhale, drop that left arm all the way back down, coming into easy twist. As you do so, roll onto the outer edge of that left foot this time. And drop yourself down. So you're going to find you have a big stretch onto the hip there, around the glute, but also on the IT band of that underneath side. You're welcome to just stay up a little bit higher. Perhaps just continue to take the twist, or even drop the back knee down, and you can do exactly the same thing. Breathing in and breathing out. Circling the right hand all the way around. Waving yourself back into your down face dog. Again, there's the option of just taking those twists, finding stillness in your down dog, coming into a child's pose, Or perhaps waving the body forwards, leading with chest and heart. Knees, chest, chin. Or your chaturanga vinyasa. Inhale, rising forwards. Exhale, down and back into down face dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Left leg sweeps on the next inhalation. Exhale, set the left foot right between your fingertips. When you're ready, walk the hands forwards. Right foot comes in to meet your left. Take your forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower. So we're really slowing this down, taking our time with intention, with purpose, to wring the body out, to twist. When you're ready, draw your hands all the way back through center. Samastahiti. And back through to Tadasana. So we're going to take our final flows on each side. We're going to come into a standing balance before we move it into our yin. Inhale, Utkatasana this time, so dropping the hips back, weight into the heels, squeezing those thighs together and drawing the belly in, tucking the tailbone under. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, rise a little bit higher on the exhale. Draw your hands through to heart center and begin to take that left elbow across the right knee. Try and keep your knees nice and straight. The hips squaring up, thumbs at heart center. If you'd like any more, you can always drop that left hand down and reach the right palm to face upwards. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Start to drop the right hand all the way back through, lifting through both arms, all the way back up, chair pose. On the inhale, rise just slightly. On the exhale, draw your hands back through center and drop that right elbow across the left knee. Thumbs into the sternum again, gazes up. Or you can continue to look down, balancing at those feet. Option of dropping the right hand down, opening through the left. Even taking a bind if that's in your practice. Breathing in, breathing out. When you're ready, releasing the left hand down, sweeping those arms all the way back through into chair pose. Tucking the tailbone under. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dive yourself forwards. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen and prepare. On the exhale, as you lower, step that right foot all the way back behind you. Right hand comes back down again, left arm opens up into the easy twist. Again, you're welcome, remember those levels, dropping the knee back down. You're welcome to turn onto the outer foot if that felt good for you. And there's an option on this third round to even straighten that front leg. Come up onto the fingertips or a block if you need to. Find that length and that twist in the hamstring. The hand can always come to the lower back to press and draw that left hip back, taking your thumb into your hip crease. Stay strong in that back foot, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Begin to bend the front knee, dropping that left arm behind you. Again, we're going to lift ourselves up into that revolved lunge. Arms nice and wide, taking that twist. Pressing through the back foot. Dropping the left hand to the back right thigh, lifting through the right arm, and wobbling everywhere. On the inhale, lift through that left arm, high lunge. On the exhale, open yourself out into your warrior two. Holding warrior two for 3 breaths. Again, you can take those pulses if that helps you, or you find your stability. And here, find yourself centering. So with the arms parallel, also the arms straight out, find your mid-center point right in your body here. On the inhale, straighten the front leg, tipping the hips to the right hand side, turning the palms to face up. On the exhale, draw that left palm away from you, Exhale, dropping yourself down into Trikonasana, our triangle pose. Hand can come to the shin, can come all the way down to the floor if that's in your practice, but keep noticing that you're opening up the body as much as possible here. Imagine yourself in a toaster, breathing in, breathing out. Strong arms, strong legs. On the next inhale, we rise and lift all the way back up. From there, we're going to turn our bodies round, torso round, shorten our stride as we step that back foot in. On the inhale, lift all the way up through the right arm. We're going to come into Paravita Trikonasana. On the exhale, dropping the right fingertips either just across the shin and keeping that left hand on the back onto the hip crease to draw it back. Can come down to the fingertips on the foot on the mat. On the inside of the foot, and you're welcome to lift through the left arm. There's also the option, of course, as always, is using your block, bringing the earth a little bit closer. And of course, if you have a deeper practice today, you can always take the hand across to the opposite side, draw that hip back. Gaze is up by the left fingertips. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale, releasing the hands down either side of that front foot. Bending that front knee, just take a moment to stretch that back leg behind you, come into your runner's lunge. And when you're ready, plant down through the fingertips. Slide that left foot back to meet your right, wave your body back into your down face dog. If you'd prefer to take a child's pose, you're welcome to. Drop down onto the knees. You have the option of picking a leg, of taking a vinyasa. Totally up to you. Take those swivel hips again, bend through the knees, play around with waving the body, or find stillness in your down face dog. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Everybody meeting in down face dog. When you're ready, sweep your big toes together at the back edge of the mat. Lifting through the right leg, three-legged dog. Keep dropping that right shoulder down. On the exhale, step that right foot all the way through. Keeping the left hand planted, open through that right arm, easy twist. Drawing the belly in. Of course, again, exactly what I'm doing, you can place your hands to wrap and open up the rib cage. There's the option of dropping down onto the outer edge of that back foot, dropping the hips, stretching your IT band. Of course, there is that option as well of straightening that front leg, placing your hand onto that right hip, dropping it back, opening through the fingertips. Work with what feels good for you today. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Begin to bend through the front knee, drawing the hand all the way behind you. Use that as your gaze, your point where you want to look. Come up onto the fingertips. Breathe, and then when you're ready, begin to lift through that left arm, coming up into your revolved high lunge. Inhale, exhale, dropping that back right hand down onto the back thigh, lifting through that left arm. Lots of wobbles today. Breathing in, breathing out. Sweeping yourself all the way around, lifting yourself into your high lunge. Find some stability there as we come into this posture. And on the exhale, drop that back heel down, open yourself out into your warrior two. Squeezing those shoulder blades together, have a little glance at that back foot, make sure it's parallel with your short edge of your mat. Lift and squeeze your inner thighs together, bend through that front knee. Drishti, your gaze is over the middle fingertips. Of course, welcome to inhale and exhale, bend that front knee. On your next inhale, straighten the front leg, turn the palms to face upwards. Begin to shift that left hip to the back edge of the room, create that little nutation in the hip there, and lift yourself forwards. On the exhale, dropping right hand down to the mat, to the shin. Gaze is up towards the left fingertips. Lots of strength in both legs here, try not to collapse in this posture. Breathing in. And exhaling, come back to your Ujjayi breath. Inhale, exhale. On the inhale, begin to lift all the way up. From there, as you sweep that left arm through, you're going to begin to step that left foot in just to shorten your stride a little bit. Both arms can come all the way up. On the exhale, drop that right hand to the hip, draw that hip back, and then find your variation. So it might just be, again, the hand comes across to the thigh and you take that little twist. The hand can come to the instep and you take your twist there, drawing that right hip back. Or of course, you're welcome to take your hand all the way over to the left hand side, outer edge of the foot, and look up to the right fingertips. Keep drawing that right hip back. Again, right hand can come just to adjust you, just to move that back away. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, exhale, strong through both legs. Begin to release the right hand, gazes at the big toe. Slide that left leg back and just find space in your runner's lunge, holding there. And when you're ready, both hands drop, step yourself all the way back, wave the body back into your down face dog. Again, find stillness. Perhaps everyone wants to find a child's pose and have a breather. Totally up to you where you go. You might even turn the palms over. You might even bring your hands to your lower back. If you feel like you've got more energy, perhaps the vinyasa is in your practice today, even just a half. Notice how your body feels. And when you're ready, join us in your down dog. Start to bring the big toes together to touch, lift through the left leg. Drop that left shoulder down, exhale, step that left foot to the very front edge of your mat. Joining with your right foot, come into your forward fold. Inhaling straight away into Adha, flat back. Exhale, lower yourself down. As you lower, soften through the knees, rise, come up into your chair pose, Tadasana, tucking the tailbone under. On the inhale, lift. On the exhale, draw your hands all the way back through center. Coming into Samastahiti and back through to Tadasana, mountain pose. So we're going to take a couple of standing balances, one arm balance as well from there, and then we're going to take it into our yin series. So from there, stepping the feet out to hip distance if you'd like to, transferring some weight into the left foot. You're going to start to lift through that right leg, and if I've got any balance left, flexing that right foot. You're going to take hold of the outside with your left hand of that right thigh, and you can stay there. Right hand to the hip if that works for you. You can even really pull on the knee and lift it up that little bit higher. If you have more in your practice, I don't think I do today, you can lift your right arm and begin to take that stretch. Of course, you're welcome to take the left hand to the outside of the foot, stretching the foot forwards into our Paravita, Utthita Padangusthasana. Gaze is over that right shoulder, drawing the belly in. And when you're ready, with balance and control, which I don't have today, lower that foot down. From there, we're going to take a chair pose, Utkatasana, straight away. On the exhale, drawing the hands all the way into heart center, tucking the tailbone under. I'm going to drop that left hand all the way back into Anjali Twist. So you're welcome to stay there. Or a little challenge for you, dropping your seat, dropping your hands down, and coming into your side crow. So you want to make sure that left elbow is as far down onto your thigh as possible. Ideally, that right elbow is just in space, but it might catch and you might cheat a little bit and place it on your right hip. So once you're on your toes, stay in your Anjali Twist if you can, in your chair pose variation. Spread those fingertips wide, hands are shoulder distance apart. You're going to try and lift, and like a little counterbalance, draw those knees together. Perhaps You even split the legs. And then when you're ready, release. As you release, you're going to guide yourself all the way back through, dropping those feet down and join everyone back into chair pose. On the inhale, lift. On the exhale, draw your hands back through heart center and back through to Tadasana. We're going to work on our other side. So flexing the foot on the right side, drawing the belly in, finding some composure first, lifting through that left leg, taking hold with the right hand, hand onto the hip crease. Perhaps you just hold it there today and you move your gaze over that back shoulder. Perhaps you're able to take hold of the outside, which I can't do because my balance is terrible today. Through the left leg. She's falling over lots. And again, perhaps you open through the arm and you bring your gaze behind you. And when you're over it, find control, find balance. Drop that left foot down, come into your chair pose, Utkatasana. On the exhale, draw your hands through heart center, dropping your right hand, right elbow all the way over to the knee. Gaze is behind you, and of course, you're welcome to stay in that twist. Or I'm going to twist around for you. You're holding there. Or you bring your fingertips down, you come right up onto those toes. Dropping this right elbow this time as far down as the leg as possible. Fingertips drop down. Gaze is forwards with any arm balance. And you lift up into that balance. Perhaps stretching the legs. Or just hovering. Dropping yourself down. Hit pause if you want to give it another few goes. When you're ready, drop the feet, rise, come back through into chair pose. Tucking the tailbone under, lifting through those arms. Inhale, lift. And on the exhale, dive yourself forwards. As you come into the forward fold at the very top edge of your mat, we're going to start to take it into our Yin series now. So you're going to take a long stride back with that right leg. Drop the back knee down. Uncurl the toe. You're going to begin to lift up. Take the right hand over onto the left knee and just hold in that posture. So if you have blocks, pillows, cushions, begin to support yourself now wherever you want to be. Into that twisted dragon pose. Of course, you can always catch the back foot if that feels good. Otherwise, just continue to sink and twist round. Of course, the right hand can always come to the mat in front. And you can always just look behind you. If you want to take a bit of weight off those right fingertips though, you can always transfer into the left. Come back up onto the block. Breathing in. Breathing out. When you're ready, releasing both hands, so just slowly winding this down, sliding the foot back, drop yourself into child's pose just briefly. Lift yourself through, replacing the right foot this time. Again, drawing the block, a blanket, whatever you have to the outside. Of course, you can always keep the left hand down and you can just take the twist behind you. Or you can use that block to the side, placing the hand to the outside of the leg. Or use those different heights of the block. find yourself just releasing in these postures, allowing the twist to happen. Twisting out any tension, wringing out any tension. When you're ready, releasing both hands again. Sliding yourself back. Dropping down, child's pose. As you walk yourself forwards back to your puppy pose, again we're going to take that variation of a thread the needle. So sliding that left hand through, dropping yourself onto your shoulder, looking underneath and holding there. So again, a blanket, something underneath the head, underneath the shoulder is possible. It's a strong stretch for the shoulder. There's the option, of course, of taking the right hand up and dropping it onto, taking hold of the hip crease on that left side. Or continue with the arms stretching out in front of you. Slowly start to walk that right hand in, lifting yourself all the way up and drawing yourself to the other side. So right hand comes through as you lower down onto that shoulder, onto the side of the head. Left fingertips walk away, looking underneath the left shoulder. You can always again lift the left hand up and drop that hand to the hip on that right side. Continue to breathe. Notice if you've shortened your breath at all. When you're ready, gently lift yourself all the way back through, dropping yourself back into your child's pose. And then gently, vertebra by vertebra, and really take your time to roll up through the spine. Take a moment where you open the chest. Don't worry too much if you can't take your bum all the way back to your sitting bones here. You can always sit on a cushion or bring the earth closer using a block or a bolster or anything you have. Taking the left arm over. Nice easy twist. Gaze is down. Switch the right hand over. Easy seated for Asana twist. Draw yourself back through center and just drop those feet down. So stretch the legs all out nice and long. We're going to come straight in with that right foot. Dropping the sole of the foot into the arch of the left side. Again, no need to point to flex on this posture. You're going to very gently turn yourself around to face the full length of the leg. As you walk yourself down the outer of the legs, you're going to predominantly use your right hand onto the outer side, and then you're going to turn the left palm away. So even taking a twist in Anjali pose, Try not to force yourself down, just find a moment where you just gently lower and pause. Nice stretch as you work through your QI, lower back region, the IT band on that left side as well. Come into the chest. You can even place a block, a cushion perhaps underneath you there. As you rise and come up slowly with ease, the right foot is just going to gently roll out just enough so it's a little bit closer towards the left knee. And then you're going to take that left foot behind you, dropping the left knee in to the right arch of the foot, coming into deer pose. So as you do that, you're going to turn over to the right hand side. From there, drop your fingertips to the side, almost lining up with the hip and the knee. And then take that twist. So you're going to try and just gently push through the hip to square and open up through the front of the thigh there. And of course you can always lower down, giving a little bit more of a twist. Again, in these yin poses now, we're very much about releasing, not holding on or unconsciously gripping in any postures. So find softness, find ease. Notice what is supporting you. Perhaps it's a proper block, if it's your breath, if it's somewhere in the body that you're holding on to, the hip or the knee. Take your time just to turn inwards. Notice what's going on in the body and the mind. And then when you're ready, you slowly lift up and you come out of that stretch, returning to the front of your mat. You're going to slide both legs forwards and then very gently draw that left foot in to Janu. So the left sole comes to the inside of the right foot. You're going to turn yourself very gently over to that right hand side, sliding that left hand down to the outside this time, perhaps taking hold, outer edge, wherever you are, and then sweeping that right hand all the way behind, and then dropping the right hand down. Softness in the elbows. So you should feel that running through your lower back, perhaps some in the hamstring as well. Try not to really draw on that foot as before, just let it go, fairly soft. Continue to breathe wherever you are. Deepening your breath, slowing your breath down, closing down the eyes if that feels good. And yin is a great practice to keep finding a new edge in your stretch, a new point. So once you've found ease, you can slowly just breathe and just gently find maybe another millimeter or two. Find your new stretch point, find ease there and then go again. But gently and mindfully. Slowly when you're ready, drawing yourself back through center, lifting yourself up. From there you're going to sweep that right leg back. So the arch of that left foot is almost going to drop into the knee. You're going to create this triangle shape between the legs And then you're going to begin to turn yourself around, pushing through the bum and the hip on that right hand side and twisting yourself around into your deer pose. Of course, there's the option as always to come down onto the elbows, deepening your stretch. Be mindful wherever you are. Slowly begin to release, lifting yourself all the way back up through center. Begin to stretch the legs nice and long out in front of you. And take your time to roll down. Hands underneath the thighs, or you're welcome to take a roll down if you want that little bit extra. But be mindful, know that we're now just taking things a little bit lower. Drawing the knees in towards the chest, just let the lower back settle. Massage out the back as you go. So we're going to take our twisted roots or our spinal stretch from there. Palms can come to face upwards or turn them to face down, and then you're very gently going to guide both knees over to the right hand side, perhaps hiking the hips a little bit to the left if you need that. Perhaps placing cushions, blocks, blankets underneath that side. Palms facing up if that feels good, or down, and then turning your head to the left hand side. There's always the option about stretching that left foot, perhaps just taking hold, just a real gentle grip, a gentle bind. Closing down the eyes, coming back into your breath again. Noticing where in the body you feel this. Sending your breath in that direction, full breaths. Breaths coming all the way into the side body, the back ribs. When you're ready, ease off your bind if you have that. Guide your knees, perhaps using your hands or just using your core to draw them all the way back through center. Take a moment there just for the lower back to settle. We're going to work through to the other side, so perhaps again you hike the hips over to the right just slightly. You drop those left knees down, the knees down over to the left hand side. There's the option of dropping the hand on top if that feels good, palm face up, palm face down. The head can gaze over to the right hand side if that also feels good, and of course you're welcome to extend that right foot, taking hold with the left fingertips. And breathe in this posture wherever you are. Close down the eyes. So we're taking approximately 10 breaths. Nice, deep, full breaths in every posture. Just trying to release a little bit more, trying to lengthen a little bit more and breathe into and create that space. And obviously in our twists, we're just trying to release that tension as well, bringing anything out. Balancing our left and right, drawing ourselves back into a centered posture to feel a bit more wholesome. Releasing the right leg, Drawing those knees in towards the chest, giving them a loving hug. And really take a moment again to pause there. And drop the feet down. Just take your time for the sacrum and the lower back to touch. Come into the center of your mat. Knees wide, feet wide. Just take a couple of windscreen wipers either side to allow the twist to happen as well. Of course, you're welcome to hold on one particular side if you'd like to for that little bit longer. Perhaps even lifting one foot up. And that's just an option, just to open through the hips and the groin for a little bit more. Almost like that windshield pose. One of my favourites, we cover it a lot in lots of hip opening classes. And then when you're ready, start to make your way into your variation of Shavasana today. So our corpse pose, where we almost leave our previous physical body behind and we can begin again, we can be new. So the legs can go all the way out nice and long, stretching them, the toes can roll out, the kneecaps, the hips. If you'd like to, the palms can face down or your hands can come onto your belly today. If you would prefer to rise and come into a comfortable seat, draw yourself and feel yourself coming whole again. So draw that energy all the way back, right into your center, belly center, center of gravity. Knowing that you've run out all of that tension, any emotion that you no longer want to keep hold of that's not been serving you. Palms facing down, turn yourself inwards, close down the eyes. Of course, you're welcome to move that center from your belly. You can lift that center, that gaze all the way up into the space between your brows, your third eye. Let that be your center. Stay as long as you like, as long as you wish, as long as you have in the Shavasana. If you're able to, stay for a good 5-10 minutes, hit pause. Notice any thoughts, intentions coming up. As much as possible, try to let them drift by. Of course, if you want to move and you want to come into your seated posture to take your breath work, you're welcome to, perhaps taking a stretch first. If possible today, really listen to your body, work out which side you'd like to fall onto and take that twist towards. So please do stay in that Shavasana for as long as you have. If you are ready to resurface, re-emerge, feeling new, begin to bring life back into your physical body. Find your way in your own time into your comfortable seat. Rolling over onto your left or your right. Keeping your eyes closed wherever you are, chin into your chest. Dropping the chin down. Draw your thumbs all the way through to your sternum. into our Namaste Mudra. Drawing your awareness back to your intention, your purpose, and even your devotion for your class today. Make it feel real. All the hard work that you've put in, send that energy to that person, that being, that place. You ready? Draw your thumbs all the way through to your third eye. Center yourself. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Living your life to its fullest. Embracing your life with passion. Bowing down to the divine in each and every one of you. Saying thank you as always for coming onto your mat, and hopefully see you guys very soon. Namaste.